be unboxing new incense, new merch, and all that stuff. So we're gonna be giving you a brief rundown of what and how we do that.
So we are also going to be talking about like our most popular incense to our newest ones as well. You know, a little rundown of what you can use for each one of them.
We got some purple and we got some dragon's blood so far.
I see spiritual life in there.
Yo, this is like, we've never gotten this incense before.
Bergamot! I love bergamot.
You kind of saw in the box.
Yeah, I'm stealing it now.
Unlock.
What is that?
Destrancadera. I don't know.
Oh.
But it looks really good to like, you know, open roads.
Oh my god. Unlocking.
So we got some lotus. We got 2 boxes of lotus. This goes so quick because it smells so good. It's so amazing for meditations, for just blessing your space, making them sacred. This is new too. It breaks off.
Oh.
This looks really, really cool.
Oh, it has warrior spirit on there.
Definitely, yeah. Wow. So actually. So we got these back in stock as well. Goddess incense, dioses. And they also smell really good, just like the lotus. And they're also really good for divine feminine energy, whenever you're doing meditations, when you just want to feel and pamper yourself. This is definitely the incense for that.
I would like to use this for the baths.
No, for sure. You can even like light these whenever you're doing like, you know, your spiritual baths and your cleansings and all that.
Hell yeah.
That's some Spirit of India. I personally never really tried that one out, but I feel like it just also has really nice peaceful energy to it.
Familiar with? Familiar with none.
Surprise.
So this is Egyptian jasmine. So this is Egyptian jasmine. Obviously, it will probably connect well with any of the Egyptian gods and goddesses, or people who resonate more with the Eye of Ra or Horus. Also with hints of jasmine. So Primera Lluvia, or first rain, is incense for new beginnings. Also great for cleansings, especially if you want to try to manifest like prosperity and open roads. This would be a really good incense to have. Yes, citronella. It's very citrusy, and believe it or not, this is actually pretty great for people who hate mosquitoes. Mosquitoes hate these.
Yeah, it's a great mosquito repellent, aside from metaphysical properties as well. Citronella is also, I know citruses are really good for boosting happiness, boosting energy overall, your vitality, creativity, just giving like that extra oomph, you know, that you just need.
Yes.
There's incense for that.
So Kamasutra Incense is actually fantastic for, you know, just the romance, the spice. It's actually wonderful if you want to like, how do I explain it?
Spicing up your bedroom.
Put some cayenne pepper in that little bit of dish called lovemaking, I guess, if you want to go in a metaphorical. It's also wonderful if you try to meditate with your sacral and your root chakra, since Kamasutra is like, you know, learning a little bit more about how to do sex life.
Sex magic.
Yeah, that too.
Sorry.
Lemongrass. So lemongrass, it's actually fantastic for energizing, since there's another citrusy smell. It's also, from what I hear, great for communication. So if you're having an issue with talking to someone and kind of want to amplify it even more, lemongrass is the one for you.
So I mean, lemongrass is also really good for burning in the house, obviously in incense form, but in terms of also cleansing the energy, it's also a really good citrus, really powerful, and also cleansing the energy, like a similar cleansing bundle like sage, cedar, juniper, anything.
Black love. I have a feeling this is actually pretty great for really intense love. Moonchild. It's actually pretty great for being more connected to your cosmic energies and to connect with the moon, obviously. It's also wonderful for people who are studying the Zodiac signs, astrology, and trying to converse with, well, if you're into aliens, this would be a good incense for you guys as well.
I want to talk about some frankincense. I don't want to talk about the sun incense. These are beautiful for connecting obviously with the solar energy, both of them, because frankincense is also connected to the planet of the sun, or not really the planet, the sun, the brightest star. And they're honestly just really good for allowing you to amplify your own confidence, your own creativity, your own courage, strength, you know, your inner vitality and all that. So next we have good common one that always comes and goes, one of my personal favorites, which is jasmine. It's a beautiful aphrodisiac as well as rose, and they just smell so amazing. Very floral, very musky and fresh. Rose is definitely a lot more sensual, and jasmine is too, but it's a little more muskier, and they're both just really, really good for any love spells, any attraction spells, any just beauty spells, any glamour magic basically.
They're also great if you have the deities like Aphrodite or Ochun. Yemaya, I think, would like the jasmine one more, while Ochun might like the rose ones. I could be wrong. But yeah, these guys are pretty great for all of those deities.
This is a very, very, very new one. First time ever that I've seen it. I'm not sure about you.
Same.
But this looks like it smells really, really nice and musky and very fruity.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can smell the fruit.
You can smell it from the box. You want to smell?
So two new ones is actually protection and pure house, or limpia casa. Protection is actually pretty great for protecting the home, protecting your space. You can protect yourself as well. While pure house or limpia casa is to help cleanse it. You know, help your house spirit. They need some cleansing. They need, you know, renewed energies and whatnot.
Last but not least, we have some good old sandalwood and some mugwort. These are really, really nice. Personally, this one always goes very quickly, just because it smells so, like, how could you even describe it? It smells similar, just like powdery, very fresh.
Very woodsy.
Yes, very woodsy. It's just one of my personal incenses, favorite ones at least, and it just smells really good. It's really good for blessing meditations, especially. It's just really good for blessing your space, creating a sacred space as well. It's mostly used in meditations, but overall it just has a really nice, clean, fresh smell to it. Mugwort is a beautiful incense for also connecting with the lunar energy, so connecting with the moon energy. And overall just really good for enhancing any psychic abilities. If you're working on any moon spells on Mondays and stuff like that, this is your incense for that thing.
Lucid dreaming is actually fantastic for with mugwort as well, because mugwort actually helps amplify the lucid dreaming aspect. Like she said, it also helps with certain psychic abilities, one of them being lucid dreaming. Another one is actually great is protection. It would definitely hit hard when it comes to protecting you and making sure that you're safe even in your dreams. So mugwort is actually pretty great too.
Our camera guy putting box on table because we short.
We got small view here of some feng shui incense, some Horus eye incense, and some more love incense.
Yeah, actually, Horus is the sun god's raw sun, so he's actually fantastic for burning off negativity, for protection, making sure your home is like safe and steady. He's also very he's a sun. He's very logical on carrying family and whatnot. So I'm assuming it's the same thing with Horus eye. It's also another way of saying evil eye too, not gonna lie. It protects you from evil eye as well. So which sorts of negativity will be burned off thanks to Horus.
Ice cream break.
Well, technically it's an ice sherbet.
Ice sherbet break.
Gelato.
Actually. What is this? Wow. These are like the long incenses. And tracks money. So this is obviously very self-telling and really good for attracting money, prosperity, abundance. You would use these for your money spells, for your abundance spells and all that. And yeah, I don't even know how these will probably smell. Probably look like, you know.
Yeah, it smells like copper. Little tip advice when it comes to money incense and prosperity. I usually like to put the incense sticks in a bowl of rice or
yes,
with
especially for
beans, with crystals like citrine, green aventurine, jade all together, and trust me, you got a really nice money flow, open roads money jar.
I would say if anything, it's also really good to burn in your business, your workspace, anywhere where you really is like, you know, your work creative space. That would just be really good for bringing in that abundance, that money attraction, just all that good energy.
You should probably burn it here then. So one of our new incense that came in is Fairy Dreams. So if you're working with fairies, with nature, or any pagan traditions, this might be a really good choice to work with. It's also wonderful if you like you have spirit guides that are fairies. It will kind of, you know, draw them in a little bit, probably say hi to you once in a while. It's also great for lucid dreaming, for astral projection, for making sure that, you know, if you want to open up your third eye and coronal chakras, this would definitely help you out as well.
So this is a typical classic one that we always get here, always runs out very quick as well. This is mixtures of lavender and white sage. These are obviously a little self-telling as well. Lavender is really good for anxiety. Yes, I would put hand in hand with anti-stress with anxiety, and overall just really good for, you know, soothing any anxiety energy. Just overall really good. I'm assuming aromas that are really good for how would you say, easing anxiety as well. Lavender is really good for relieving any stress, any overwhelming energies, and overall it's just a really nice herb to work with for also Mercury energy, which should be
Communication.
there you go.
Communication.
We're just continuing our restock of incense, and I wanted to talk about this incense because sweetgrass, not too many people know, actually comes in a bundle braided just like this. And the fact that it comes in incense form is very beautiful because you can just, it's like an easy small way instead of having to burn the whole thing. Not that you even have to, but sweetgrass is very nice and very sacred herb, and it smells so good for blessing your space, for ceremonies as well. It's a very sacred herb for indigenous cultures and stuff. So this is just a very sacred herb, and in the form of incense just makes it even more magical.
These are all combinations with copal. So we have lavender with copal, white sage, rose, and palo santo. Each one, of course, has their own properties. Lavender being more calming and relaxing, while white sage is more for cleansings. Rose is for the romance, and palo santo to bring the positivity. But together with copal, it'll just make it so much more sweeter, more refreshing. Even it's actually wonderful for like honoring your ancestors and your spaces as well. So together with all of these is actually pretty great. So this is called Go Away Evil. It's actually wonderful for, well, getting rid of all the evil in your space. Basically negativity, any evil spirits that might be hanging around you. It's also wonderful for warding off said evil and negativity. So if anybody burns this before having people coming over, or before you leave, or after you come back, or anything like that, this will definitely be a great protection as well. This is called the apple cinnamon. This is actually wonderful for basically amplifying the joy and happiness and sweetness of life, because that's what apple does. And with cinnamon, it just makes it a little bit more spicier and nicer and more active.
Also, a little fun fact about sweetgrass, it's also really good for offerings as well. You can also use the whole bundle or even half of the bundle, however you find it, or even just the incense as well. You can use it for offerings.
But wait, there's more.
Hey guys, welcome to today's unboxing video. Today I'm going to show you our new tarot decks, new oracle decks, and our new books that we just got in today.
So what happened?
So first, I'm going to talk about the stuff that we just restocked in. We got a lot of our OG tarot decks and oracle decks and books too. Some of the books, I just feel like we always need, like the crystal meaning books, the angel books. I definitely got a lot more on spiritual guidance and intuition based books. That's gonna help you guys in your journeys a little bit. I got a lot of the original tarot cards too that we just needed to re-up on, and more importantly the oracle decks that we just keep on selling out on. We got a lot of really cool ones again, like the mermaid tarot we got, and this one actually is very unique because it has a lot of beautiful artwork related to mermaids and even like ancient Lumeria symbols, which is really cool. We got the shamanic medicine oracle cards too, which this one's really great for, once again, spiritual connection to your spirit guides, connection to your ancestors even, which is really cool. Also re-upped on the earth warrior, just beautiful artwork overall. Sacred earth oracle as well. This one, just the artwork is beautiful and the messages that it gives you even better. Now a new one that we just got that we never had before is the secret language of lights. This one's unique because it's more using light, like literal light, colors, to kind of show you a message from the divine source energy, which is really fly. It also does give you some information on just overall connection to what your guides are trying to tell you, or what your higher self is trying to tell you. So this one's pretty cool for anybody trying to get more in tune with the higher self connection. Another book that we just got, actually we restocked this, but not many people got it, surprisingly. This is actually a pocket planner, but it's not just a regular pocket planner. This is an astrological pocket planner. This actually tells you each day what the astrology is. It also tells you the best time for planting and the best time for fishing, which is really cute. It tells you the houses that we are in alignment with, which is really cool. So this is really great for planning big things. You know, it also warns you against things not to do on certain days. You know, like I believe there's like a void moon. Like when there's a void moon, you should not be conducting business. You should not be writing contracts or signing anything. You know, so it's very important to do that in your day-to-day life. So this book is my favorite. Another new one that we have is Lumeria and Atlantis. This one I really just got for people who are really interested in getting to know that aspect of their spirit. A lot of spiritual people, they do have past lives in Lumeria and Atlantis, and they have that calling to that. So I feel like more information on that is just very beneficial to educate yourself on that, and maybe, you know, get more in tune with that part of your spirit. Alright, so this is a really unique one that we've never had before, the Beauty Witch Secrets. Very cool because this one actually shows you a lot of stuff on beauty tips, on glamour magic, which is really cool, helping you just understand how to do self-care, also in a more magical, ritualistic setting, which is really cool too. So self-care, also helping you just embody your beauty a little bit more. So this one's pretty cool. I also have 365 ways to develop your psychic abilities. So people always ask me, like, how can I open my third eye, or how can I open my sight or my hearing or my senses? Get this book right here, because this book actually helps you in just day-to-day things. It's not just like you always have to do something grand. Little things throughout your day, throughout your life that you can implement to activate your psychic abilities. So this one I think will be very beneficial for many people who are looking for that. So this book, Evidence of Extraterrestrials, I got for all my people that are really into just connection to the galactic knowledge. You know, there's a lot of people who believe in aliens. Myself, I do believe in that too. I believe that there are other beings out there that also interfere with our day-to-day lives, which is really cool. So this one is just kind of like showing experiences, reading a little bit on how people have experienced aliens and what they've gone through, basically giving you a little more knowledge on what to expect, I guess, when you're studying these beings. Another really cool one that I got for people is the sign, symbols, and omens. So, you know, throughout your life, you always see symbols, you always see like omens and things like that. Like, for example, like if you see like a bunny, sometimes that represents like fertility or change. You know, if you see like a butterfly, also change. You know, there's so many different things that you see during the day that could mean something. You know, could be a sign from your guides, could be a sign from your angels telling you something. So it's good to kind of just know a little bit more on what these signs mean. This one's really cool for that. So this book on vampires I really got because people ask me a lot about that. This is more like the folklore. So helping you learn the history of vampires. Where did vampires come from? How did they become so popular in our modern day? You know, how the hell did that happen? So here are some books that we kind of restocked on, and new ones. So, you know, we got the OG Angels of the Zodiac. This one's really great for people who want to learn how to connect to their angels and understand what it means to really connect to their sign, to the zodiac, to your angel, because that all has a connection, and this one's really great for that. Another one I got is for self-love. You know, a lot of people ask me about self-love. You know, we have a lot of self-love products here, but self-love has a lot to do with internalizing, has a lot to do with healing yourself, and also, you know, letting go of things that you don't need anymore. So this can actually help you get to the mental and emotional aspect of that, which is really important. Another one we have that's new is Sigil Magic. We actually make our own sigils here. All the sigils that we carve into our candles that we use is all made by us. Now, how you learn how to use sigils and how you make sigils, people always ask me, but it's a little complicated sometimes to explain. So I got this book right here, and another one actually, that will help you understand where sigils came from and how you can actually incorporate them into your magic, which is pretty cool. Another one that is new is Meditations for Psychic Development. Another one just to help you enhance your psychic abilities and just better understand what that means and how to enhance that. I got this one just because I thought it was cute, you know, I thought it was really nice, a book of cat magic, you know. A lot of us got cats out there, I have two, you know, and sometimes, you know, cats are very magical beings, so I feel like this book would be very nice to just bring in more knowledge on the magic that they bring to your home. So this, From Grief to Healing, I got this one because, you know, we've all been through losses in our life, and sometimes it's very difficult for us to go through those things. And I feel like, you know, everybody has their way of dealing with, of course, but I feel like a little book to help you better, you know, go through the healing process could assist in that for you. So I felt like this book would be great for those who need assistance in that. You know, gotta know the herbal remedies up in here. This is just to help you better your practice. You know, people who are starting to work with herbs, this is a great book to just, you know, start something new, make like little tinctures and salves with herbs and learn how to use them, which is really important. Next one I have here is Brujeria. This one's really cool actually because it's showing you the art of Brujeria. You know, Brujeria is just a Spanish term for witchcraft, and it's just kind of getting into the history of it, and also a little bit of the practices, traditional practices that the Spanish culture has kind of implemented into their culture. And we also have how to use your crystals. This one's really cool because, you know, people always buy crystals and sometimes they have no idea how to use them. So just a little bit more knowledge on how to use crystals would be beneficial for everybody, I feel. 165 ways to raise your frequency. Another question I get often, how do I raise my vibration up? There's so many ways, there's so many options that you have. We always give you options here, of course, but if you want to learn different ways, different alternatives, you could go to that book for that. Now I have this really beautiful series, The Witch's Tools. Basically, these series of books helps you with all tools. We have the Book of Shadows, we have the Witch's Altar, we have the Witch's Anthem, and the Witch's Cauldron. So basically all these books are to help you better understand how to use these tools. They all have their purpose, they all have their meanings. I used to read this one actually, The Witch's Altar. It's really beautiful because it helps you really get a little bit more understanding on how it started. It shows you the history of all these tools, but also how to implement them into your regular life, so it's pretty cool. These two are brand new oracle decks that we just got here at the shop. We have this Zodiac oracle. This one's really cool because, you know, implements all the Zodiac cards and just shows them a different perspective, you know, different answers to those who are looking for them. Also, we got this beautiful Ancestor Spirit Oracle deck. This one is really cool because it just helps you get more in tune with your lineage, with your ancestry, and get more in tune with those spirit guides, more importantly, and helping you in that journey. So these books are a little bit more for advanced practitioners, I would say. We have Israel Regade's Golden Dawn. So this is more like traditional, original rituals and initiation ceremonies of the Hermetic knowledge. So this is more for people who are really into kind of masonry, help understanding the secret teachings of the Hermetic principles, you know, the sacred mystery school, stuff like that. This one's really knowledgeable. This one has a lot of information. Great for people who are really trying to get deeper into that understanding. We also have predictions with astrology. This one's so cool. This is the first time we've ever had this book here, actually, and this one is understanding how you predict things with astrology. You know, there's a lot of astrologists out there and they just know what's going on somehow with the planets and all that, and it's because they study. You know, it's a lot of studying. It's a craft that you need to dedicate yourself to, and if you want to start, this one's a great start for that. And then we have Golden Dawn self-initiation, once again for more advanced practitioners, people who are trying to understand and implement themselves into the ceremonial magic, hermetic magic, stuff like that. So this one is very cool too. So we have the Gardener's Essential Guide. This one's really great for anybody who loves herbs, who loves just working with natural remedies, stuff like that. This one's cool because it shows you how to use them in kind of like healing remedies, but also in oils for health and for healing. So this one's great for anybody who loves that. Lastly, we have astral projection for psychic empowerment, which is pretty cool. So once again, another one that's great for people who are really starting to elevate their spiritual understanding, really getting more into the deeper understanding of your spiritual knowledge, spiritual self. This one's great for anybody just wanting to learn that aspect, learn how to astral project properly and develop their psychic ability. So that's what we have. So that's all we have for today, all that I'm going to show. At least we actually have a lot more books and tarot decks in stock. If you guys want to learn more, come by the shop, check them out. We have a large variety. Also, you can message us on Instagram or comment down below if you have any questions about any books that you may be looking for. And thank you guys so much.